Confidence booster for reluctant sellers. Sales is a struggle for many people, and if you find the selling process difficult, confusing, confronting, or just plain hard, you're not alone. Salespeople, or people that sell things, conjure negative images in many people's minds. This could be based on negative past experiences when making a purchase. Feeling pressured into making a buying decision you did not feel ready to make. It could be the person selling only appeared to be interested in making the sale rather than focusing on what was important to you. The person selling did not come across as trustworthy or even likable. The company they represented had a poor reputation for after-sales support. Whatever the reason, your outlook on selling may not be good. But here's a question. What if you still have to sell despite all these awful experiences? As I see it, you still have a few options. You can keep hate selling for whatever reason you feel is justified, or you could try avoid selling whenever you could. Or number 3, you could decide to do something about changing it and find a way that you can do it in a way that you feel comfortable. The information in this clip is for the third group. It's my intention to provide you with tools and strategies that's going to make selling easier for you. You'll see selling your products or services to the right people will be a benefit for your offer. You're going to come at this from a place of integrity and basically from a place of genuinely caring for your prospects or your customers. I'm going to share some distinctions that are often overlooked in selling and help you to avoid the common traps many people selling fall into. Many of these will act as milestones or guideposts that will keep you on track and also help you get momentum quicker in sales engagements and improve on the numbers of sales that you are currently successfully completing. For those that want to do a deeper dive into what works and how to accelerate their results, they can check out my online program, Amplify Sales, that can be found at the link below here. Back to our distinctions. Hopefully you might take a few notes on these as they can be immediately applied into your selling engagements. First and foremost, you're not selling a product or a service, you're selling a solution to a customer's problem to take away their pain. So you're not selling products or services, you're selling solutions to basically take away their pain. That's the first distinction I want to share with you. And maybe it's a different approach. Prepare for every call before picking up the phone or attending a meeting or a presentation. And please avoid the approach that I'll figure it out once I'm there. And this seems to be an approach for a lot of salespeople. The downside to that, of course, is that whether you realise it or not, this is something the customer can work out very quickly whether or not you have prepared for a call, and it can actually destroy your credibility. So as I said, focus on their pain. So by taking this approach, you are demonstrating that you care. Try also addressing the underlying concerns. Probe for deeper issues such as potential fear of making a mistake, past disappointments that they've had, or any internal resistance that they may be getting within their company. So the next thing I want to share with you is basically I want you to ask open-ended questions. Now, what is an open-ended question? An open-ended question is a question that simply can't be answered with a yes or a no. By asking open-ended questions, you're also giving them the opportunity to talk more about some of their underlying issues. And this is actually going to highlight how your solution may help solve some of these pain points. By taking this approach, you are uncovering and aligning your efforts to better qualify your leads or prospects, understanding which prospects fit your target profile, increases sales conversions and avoids wasting valuable time trying to sell to unqualified leads. So there's a few more things I want you to basically think about when you're doing your preparation. Well, actually, before you even actually go out and talk to customers. I want you to, and it might be an idea to take a few notes here, I'm not going to write all these things down. It's important that you understand the real impact of the offer that you are selling. You need to reflect on how your products and services genuinely help customers. A great way to do this is basically practice storytelling and use real examples to build belief in the product's value. Customers don't care about or necessarily understand the features of your product or services. For every feature, you need to be able to articulate what that means to them, as well as the benefit they can expect. So, just going a little deep on that point, if we're talking about features of your product, don't assume that they understand what they are. Use the language, what this means to you. They're the exact words that I use. And basically what benefit they can expect to derive from those features. Another one I want you to think about is basically avoid over-promising. Be transparent about what your product can and cannot do. So set clear, honest expectations to avoid future disappointments, because over-promising basically will affect your credibility, resulting in lost credibility. In preparing, or in basically being prepared to talk with customers, try to be prepared for some common objections that you may receive. Expect all customers will have some sort of objection. So document them, practice and rehearse answering those typical objections, such as, it's too expensive, or it costs too much. Another one may be, it's not a priority right now. Another common one could be, we don't have the budget for this right now. Another very common one is, I'll have to ask my manager or my boss, or we may have to take this to the board. By rehearsing how you will answer these, you not only build the confidence to handle these objections, but you also build resistance to deal with these objections rather than potentially losing the sale when they come up. A final word on objections: don't view no as being the end of the call or the campaign. See objections as part of the process, not personal failures. Stay open to follow-ups and maintain positive, value-driven attitude towards this. My final distinction here is that the sale is not completed once the customer agrees or provides you with a signed sales order. Salespeople often view this step as the last step, where in fact it's your new customer's first step in the journey of using your product or service. So put a note in your calendar or diary to follow up with these clients post-sale. It's important to seek their feedback and confirm the product or service is living up to the promise that you made. Be prepared to offer support after the sale to improve relationships and build the relationships. This will open the door for future referrals and ensure high levels of customer satisfaction. If you enjoyed this video, please click and like below. Please subscribe to our channel, The Sales Room, to get alerts of new videos and strategies when they're presented. For more YouTube's videos, check out some of these.